Hi guys!
Hey everybody!
Welcome back to Ray, episode 3 now.
Three. Three
Yay!
episodes.
Okay, so
Woo!
I was going to tell you this earlier, but I think we should no longer try to introduce ourselves.
Okay.
Porque we don't go by Ray M and Ray G, and it's just like, if they don't know which one is which by now,
True. True.
they need to figure it out on their own.
Okay,
Like, you got me?
I got you.
Okay, good. Moving on. New business. How have you been?
Good, how are you?
Um, good. Just I've been working out. And oh, let's talk about you working out. Ray started working out. Finally. This whole quarantine, she's like, I'm gonna work out, work out, and nothing.
Yeah, I started on yesterday. I was gonna say act
Hey.
like this big old thing. Yeah, did yesterday. Started yesterday. I'm doing a little 2-week challenge that Ray did a couple weeks ago. And that thing is kicking. I was gonna say my butt, but right now it's kicking my abs. Like, oh my god, they're so tight, and it's literally the second day, guys. So,
Okay, I finished that challenge.
right.
And you know how like I don't want to discourage you because I'm all about encouraging you. However, I did not see any results.
I've already lost a pound.
You lost a pound?
I lost a pound. So I don't know if it's just because like I haven't done anything this whole time, so my body's like in shock or like what? But
Okay, well, okay, I'll give you that. I did lose 2 pounds. 2 pounds in 2 weeks, you guys.
but you were also
But
eating whatever you wanted, and eating's
true.
80% of the game. So
True. So what, you're gonna diet?
yeah, I'm gonna try to.
Gross.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Just kidding. No, but anyways, so I was listening. Oh, Guinness is laying down by the door. What's gonna happen when Jonathan comes home? He's gonna.
Ballast. We don't even. Oh, we could talk about Guinness.
That's right. Okay, wait. Before that though, so Ray has two dogs. Well,
Yes.
no. Pause. She had two dogs. One Guinness and one Ballas. And Ballas is the one who lives with her, and Guinness couldn't move in with her because Guinness is a little crazy.
Yeah, if you guys want that whole story, it's in my YouTube. There's a whole video on our whole reasoning of giving her to Jonathan's parents. So I'll link that below. So go check that out. But yeah, so she's crazy. She's a little pitsky, so her little pit bull side takes over and she's crazy, so we couldn't have her in an apartment. But we gave her to Jonathan's parents for the year that we're here. This little bitch, I love her to death, but she's a little bitch, was jumping their fence, and their fence is like 7 feet tall. And his mom said that she was not even a running start, not jump on anything first, just go whoop, from the floor. I hear you.
The
There it goes.
I said that's talent.
Dude, I know. She's crazy. So, but she was getting out and then she was starting to get a little dog aggressive. And so their biggest fear was that she was going to get out when nobody was home and attack another dog or attack somebody. Even though she's the sweetest dog, it was just that alpha aspect of her. And then it would be a big like medical bill, big, lawsuit. So we all decided collectively, me and Jonathan, his parents, that we would rehome her just for the benefit of her. So they found her a place. It's a ranch. So she has acres to run. She'll have free access to everything. She can sleep on couches, eat whatever she wants. This lady has no kids, so she's gonna have all the attention on her. And it's sad for us because that's our baby. That was the first dog me and Jonathan got together. But she's gonna be living a life that we could have never gave her, and that she needs a lot more. So it's better for her.
Jumping 7 feet in the air, like let her do her thing in a
Exactly.
ranch, like.
Exactly. And she's has a little sister, or I think it's a big sister, but she has a sister over there who's also a Pitsky. So they
Do
can.
they like each other? Did you make sure that they like each other?
Well, so obviously they're in California, so me and Jonathan didn't even really get to say bye to her except through FaceTime and stuff. But yeah, his parents were really like adamant about finding her a good home and making sure everything like checked out first. And they said that Guinness ran up to this lady, jumped in the car no problem with the other dog. They were fine. Didn't even care that Shelly and Dave were leaving. Didn't care that his sisters were leaving. Was like, bye. So, yeah.
Cute. I mean, at least she's happy, and you don't have to
Exactly.
worry about that aspect.
Exactly. And that was like my biggest thing was just as long as she's happy and that she's going to a home that's going to take really good care of her. And then she gave us her like social media stuff so we can follow. She's totally cool with us following up on Guinness and seeing how she's doing. So,
Cute.
you know, yeah.
Yeah. Good
And
for
we
you,
still
Ray.
have this monster, so
Yeah, parents have to make sacrifices for their kids. It is what it is.
exactly. So it wouldn't be fair for us to keep her when she has the opportunity to live that life.
To live on a ranch, like, hello.
Jumping
Imagine if
7 feet anywhere she wants.
yeah, if you have to keep her in a small little house compared to a ranch, that's like animal abuse if you decide to keep her at the house.
Exactly. And then like his parents are like, oh, because we thought about bringing her here and, just making the sacrifices of us, like getting up really early.
Let me just say how small Raylene's apartment is. We could bring her over here.
I mean, if she wasn't as crazy as you're gonna make it sound like I'm abusing Ballas. It's just their type of personalities. Like Ballas loves to sleep all day. He gets like tired walking to the park, so he's active maybe 2 hours out of the day, and then he'll sleep, and he's perfectly content. Guinness, on the other hand, is like, I mean,
Like one dog in your home, and then you have like a little dog park where you live, so it's
Yeah.
cute, it's fine, it's fun. And like you were saying, he's such a like lazy dog, which is why I feel like we bonded so heavily. But yeah, Guinness on the other hand, sheesh, I can't even imagine.
Yeah. So, we thought about it. We were like, it's not fair to her. And then they were like, what about Ballas? Is it fair for Ballas? And we're like, he does not care. He's living his best life.
Yeah, they left Guinness. Ballas was just like, I get all the attention now, like give it to me. Everybody's petting him when they go over, like all the attention is on him. What do you mean? He loves it.
He loves it. He gets full ride of the house minus the small animal room. He sleeps on a couch. He has his own bedroom. The living room's his bedroom. So he's happy. He's content. He goes on the balcony whenever he wants to go on the balcony. He literally just has to bark at the door and he gets let out. So
Good pet mom. You are a good pet mom. I was gonna say dog mom, but you have like 10 trillion pets, so.
I have 9. Set the record straight. There's 9. I
She
used to have 10.
9.
I used to have
She
10.
has 9 pets, you guys. And let me tell you, she lives in a 1-bedroom. Oh no, 2-bedroom. 2-bedroom apartment. And her second bedroom is a animal kingdom.
Okay. Let me just put it out there, though, that the only reason that they have their whole own bedroom is because I am a good pet mom, and their cages are like quadruple the size of what they need them to be because they need room.
You made all your guinea pigs new like homes, right? Like new cages and stuff for the new house and
Aw. So they're not in store-bought cages. So they have literally like, those little squares. I think they're like 6x6. So there's the square 6x6, and they have 4 across and then 3 back. So that's how big each of the guinea pig cages and the rabbit cages. So.
All right. Well, other than that, though, for me, I was gonna say I bought new lights, but like the people listening can't tell that. But if you're watching this, I have new lighting, so I look a little bit brighter, a little bit more,
It's more white light instead of yellow light now.
I looked so yellow. I look back at all of our videos and I look like a Oompa Loompa. So I'm like, I needed to go out and get some real LED lights. And my other lights too were like just like giving me so much heat. Like, I know you guys can't tell in the videos, but when we record, I was sweating because these bulbs, I have like 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 bulbs. No, that's a lot. Yeah. 10 bulbs, okay, flashing at me. So much heat, and I already sweat. We have already covered in the last episode how I sweat. So I'm like sitting here just talking with all this heat so close to me. It's so much. I couldn't do it. So I have new LED lights. They don't give off heat, which is nice. So I'm sitting here, I'm like all cool,
Comfy, cozy.
comfy and cozy. And then I'm also going to, I have also now decided, my phone just fell, did you hear that? Okay. I have also now decided, I know I do this a lot, but it's like, okay, so I'm going to redo my room.
Okay.
I bought, like, I went to Target and because I don't know if we could paint the walls, but I bought wallpaper because I want to, like, do something new, like, reinvent my room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
And I know, like, everybody says that. And I know, like, last time I told you I'm more talk, less action. But I'm trying to change that. We are trying to be better. So I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to revamp my room. And the
Do
lights
it.
were a start. Yeah.
Do it. Yeah, I got like that right before we moved in here, and I was like, I want to put this on the wall, I want to put that on the wall, and then thank God I didn't do it because then we got the like the thing that like, oh, you guys have to move, and I got to do it all here, and I'm almost done here, but we're not completely done yet, but almost. We're getting there.
Fresh palette when you moved. Like, okay, now we can really make this our own, which is so cool.
Yeah, and I got a Home Depot credit card, so I'm gonna go buy some plants because this house needs
That
some
is some
plants.
grown-up stuff. That is some grown-up stuff. I have a Home Depot credit card. How about that?
It was such a good deal. Like the bonuses and the points I get on it, and I can decorate my house. Let's do it.
So now you're also going to become a plant mom on top of being a animal mom.
Now I'm getting fake
No,
plants. I'm gonna get fake plants. There's no way.
trick the game. Trick the game.
I can keep things with heartbeats alive. If it doesn't have a heartbeat, I don't care about it that much. So I don't know if I can do it.
Fair. Yeah, no. I mean, at least you are responsible enough to know that that's just not your thing. So.
And then
okay.
Jonathan's mom like is all into succulents right now, so I'm like, if I'm gonna get a real succulent, I'm just gonna get it from her. Like I'm not gonna spend money for me to kill it. I'm gonna get her like little offsprings. So
now we know nobody give Ray plants because she will let them die.
yes. Also, I keep all my windows closed because I live in Phoenix and it's 100 million degrees outside, and there's something in my eye and it's not my eyelash. Okay, and it's 100 billion degrees outside, so I keep all my shutters or all my blinds closed, all my curtains closed because that sun is not coming in. So how would my plants live? What?
There's I just talk until I see a little green light on my screen. I'm like, okay, now she can hear me. There's plants that you can have for indoors that don't need like sunlight. They just need some little kitchen light you have going on back there,
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, listen, we already established you're not a plant mom. It's fine. It's fine.
Even though I got green on my eyes, I don't got a green thumb, so.
Hey, that's smooth. That was real smooth. I love how you did that.
But yes, anything else you want to update everybody on?
No, I mean, listen, life through quarantine, it's rough. Okay, like if I had a real life, there would be so much I would be talking about. I just want to put that out there. Like, we're not normally boring people, Like, me and Ray have lives, but we just can't share any of that yet because, of the situation. We can't go anywhere. And we're staying safe, following rules, really trying to not go anywhere,
Yes.
So.
Speaking of that, quarantine, we talked last week how I got my Rona test. I'm negative. So.
Applause here. Yay. Okay.
But yeah, so I think that's it. I think you guys are updated on everything. Guinness was honestly like the big thing of my week last week. Nothing else really.
And that was sad. Yeah. She texted all of us really, really sad. And I was like, oh. I mean, and I wish I could relate because I've never had pets. So, like, I've never known the loss of, like, a pet, and I know it, but I know it's so hard. And that was one of the reasons why, because, okay, if anybody knows me, they know I've wanted a dog my whole freaking life. It's just that my parents have really just
not been about it.
Killed my dreams. Okay, I have even went out and bought a dog, brought it home because listen, I also have a huge backyard. Like, my backyard is huge. We are depriving a dog from a great home where it could run, jump, do all kinds of things, and so
hopefully not jump fences.
Hopefully, well, Yeah, that's true. Um, but I went out and I got a dog because I was like, no, like I want to show my parents that I'm serious about this. It was my money, and they made me take it back the next day after they saw the puppy. And it was in our home and it was showing me I literally cried, you know? And so anyways, all that to say, never had a dog. Wish I could know the feeling, but also that's one of the reasons why I'm so scared to get a pet is because I know when it dies, I don't know how I would be able to handle it. Like you give all of this love and it's like your child.
Yeah,
And
it
then for it to
is.
die in like what, 15 years? It's sad.
Yeah, it's crazy because like so Guinness obviously still out there and we're able to like, communicate. My mom laughed at me because I was like, yeah, the girl said we're cool to communicate with her. She's like, you're gonna communicate with your dog? I was like, yes, I am. I'm not her mom anymore, but she's still my baby and I'm still gonna make sure she's okay. And then I was like, she's like, whatever. But like before we got Guinness and Ballast, I had a dog. Oh, I thought he was still right there. I had a dog for 13 years. So I got him when I was in third grade. And now that he's gone, it's so sad. But I was lucky enough that Ballast is the same exact dog as Apollo, like to a T. So I got lucky. But it's not always like that. I mean, look at Guinness. Guinness was a handful. And I was like, oh no, I trained Apollo by myself when I was 8 years old. I can train Guinness. No, didn't happen.
Not every child is the same, Ray. You have to know that as a parent. Come on now.
Yeah, but okay, when you go from like having a dog, and then now that I'm like have had the experience with Guinness, I'm like, okay, yeah, I trained him, but I also had my uncle like right here, like, okay, no, you can't talk to him like that. No, this is how you have to do it. And then I applied all of that to Guinness, but Guinness was just so crazy, like. And when I say crazy, I want to put out there like not crazy like aggressive or crazy like a bad dog. She was just energetic and nobody could like give her that get her to get that energy out in the proper way. We just didn't have time, unfortunately. So I've learned that Pitskis are not gonna be our breed of dog from now on. And it just sucks because pit bulls are one of my dream dogs.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ray.
Okay.
Maybe
But
the next
yes,
one.
next one maybe. Ready? Are you ready to move on to this week's
Okay, yeah, so
theme?
let's talk about our guest. So we have a guest coming, and we're excited to bring her. She's a little nervous.
She's
So
texting us right now.
we want to ask our audience to be nice. I'm just kidding.
Please be
But
nice
yeah,
to
so we're
her.
excited.
She's excited to be here. She bought a microphone so she can hear
She
her better.
literally she bought a cuter microphone than me. All I know is her microphone better not be in the screen because
It's
she's
cuter
gonna
than mine
outshine.
too.
She's gonna outshine both of our mics. Like her mic is pink and cute, and I
It's
bet you Miguel.
it's
What?
rose it's rose red according to Miguel.
Oh yeah, see, and I bet you Miguel has it set up all nice and fancy. So we'll
But
see.
yeah, so she went out of her way to be here with us, guys. So please show her some love. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take a pause so we can get her on here and call her. And yeah, then we'll go ahead and talk about this week's theme and all the stuff we're gonna talk to her about. So just give us 1 second, guys.
Hi guys, welcome back. So we're here with Zim and MIguel.
Yeah, so you guys want to introduce yourselves and let everybody know how you know us, a little bit about yourself, whatever you guys want to say.
Okay, my name is Zimri. I am friends with both of Raylene's. I met both of them in school. Yes. One first than the other, but yeah, that's who I am. Who are you?
Hi. Yeah, so my name is Miguel. I'm Zimmer's husband. I know both Raylene's because of her, obviously. But Raylene, I met the first Raylene Garcia. I met her first, and then I met Raylene Marici through school. All right.
He is not wrong. He met us. He met us. Yes. Okay. And so, anyways, you mentioned that you are
Married.
Yeah, so we are married.
That's pretty wild. You are you are the first friend of mine
Mine too.
to get married.
Same.
Yeah. So talk about that. Like that's pretty big.
And I just want to throw out there they are our age, so they're young, thriving, and married.
That.
We're both 23.
23?
22.
23?
Wait, hold on.
Damn, I was like, you're getting old.
I do not know how old I am.
Yeah. Well, first off, we got married at the beginning of the year.
Wait, pause. I want to know, because I don't even think I've ever heard the story of how you guys met.
Oh, I don't think I do either.
I don't think there's a real very first time we met. It's kind of a mutual friends kind of thing.
My ex introduced me to him.
Oh, what that took a turn.
The ex that doesn't matter. The ex that was a waste of time.
We all have one of those.
You do have one of those. I think it was my freshman year, summer.
Yes.
Oh, I figured out what ex now.
But yeah, well, going back to that, when me and Zim first started ever talking, I was in her summer school class. We had an English class, and then she would talk to me, about stuff, regular stuff, her boyfriend stuff. I would just be listen.
He was just a homie.
Was he a good friend, Zim? Like, would he genuinely listen?
From what I remember, I think so.
And at that time, I feel like I wasn't even not even to say anything about me, but I wasn't even in looking at her that kind of way. I was just looking at.
We weren't interested in each other.
But they say that's how the best relationships start.
I think so.
I think so. You start out as friends. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys met in school, in summer school, and then since I know a little bit of the story, what?
How old were you guys when you guys met? Like, what grade was this in school?
I think going to sophomore year.
Sophomore year, yeah, going to sophomore year, my friend.
Okay.
15, 16.
And then just to speed up a little bit, they didn't start dating until after high school. So how did that come about? How did that happen?
She's the one that shot the shot, so she got to explain it.
I posted a picture on Twitter and he liked it. And then I went to see who liked it and I was like, oh, he's cute. He's still alive. So I clicked on his profile and I was like, you know what? Let's see how this goes. So I hit him up first.
Nice. What is that like hitting up a guy? I've never done that. I think that's pretty ballsy.
Hitting
I
up
like
a
that.
guy via social media. Because me and
that's
Jonathan, I threw the
I didn't
first
have his
move too,
number.
but I wouldn't have the balls to do it because Jonathan and I we were at a rave and I was like, oh, he's cute, I'm gonna go dance on him. So that's different. But I don't think I'd have the balls to DM somebody. You get me? Because that's there forever. If you rejected me at the event, I'd be like, okay, and I would just walk away and nobody would really know.
You could blame that on I was a little.
Yeah, exactly.
I was feeling it, so that's why that happened. Don't get in your feelings. I wasn't trying to be on you. But when it's a DM, it's no, I'm.
Well, I had nothing to lose, so I was like, well, this could go good or not. Doesn't matter.
And these are different times with the social media and stuff, I feel especially now, how women are trying to make the holy quality. Not the holy quality, but you know what I'm trying to say.
And gender roles. Anyone could get what they want. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do what I want.
Exactly.
So,
That is definitely Zim's motto. I do whatever
true.
I want.
Zim doesn't let anything stop her.
Yeah.
She gets it done.
Not even me, honestly. Not even me.
Not even her own husband can stop.
Sometimes.
That's
No,
still so weird to me. I know you guys are married and everything, but in my mind, Miguel's not your husband. He's Miguel. He's just in the picture.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You get me?
I think that too sometimes. I was like, we're really married.
Yeah, I just feel it's because of the short time, how quick it happens and everything.
Let me get the ring.
I'm going.
I'm sorry.
Well, we cleaned our rings and we didn't have them. I felt like it wasn't
Oh yeah,
real.
you guys need to have your rings.
Show us the rings.
The camera.
Show the rings.
Because we're cleaning them.
Okay, so our bands look exactly the same.
Oh, I love that. That's cute.
I'm gonna get you.
Cute.
So here's yours. On the inside of our rings, we have each other's names engraved with the date that we got married.
That's
And
really
this is
cute.
my engagement.
I love your engagement ring.
Okay.
It's so pretty.
Since you guys have gone through the whole process, I have a very stupid question that I've been too embarrassed to ever ask anybody. So, so you get engaged to with your engagement ring, right? Which is like the big ring, right? The rock, whatever. And then you get a wedding band, and that's the ring you put on your finger at the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't
That
know.
is correct.
Okay, I just never knew.
When you are up at the altar, people just leave their engagement ring on, and then people do it differently though. I've seen people take off their engagement ring, put on the wedding band, then put the engagement ring back on. Or like I did, I just had them put the band on
top of it for the time being.
Yeah. So then I switched it because I guess your wedding band is supposed to be closer to your heart, so it's supposed to be on the inside.
Never heard that. That's
See,
cute.
it's always something different though. Like,
Yeah.
Always a different story to.
That's what my dad said, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna just do that.
Well, I think like whatever it means to you, then go with it. You know, like if you like that it's closer to your heart, because it is technically, go for it.
I do like it.
Okay, so that's them. That's our married couple friends over there. And yeah, they got married in the beginning of the year.
Look at them blushing over there.
I turn red all the time. Don't do this.
Don't call her out. Don't call her out. She's already nervous.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But Ray and I thought of a couple questions to ask you guys, just stuff that's like relatable to your guys' life and everything. So Ray, do you want to pull those up and start asking?
Yeah, I mean, I know them by heart, obviously.
Oh.
Just kidding.
I know.
No, but so we talked about you guys being married, but I kind of wanted to know, I mean, me and Ray know that you guys lived with Miguel's parents first, and then now you guys are living with your parents. And I kind of wanted to ask, like, what's that like living with the in-laws, you know?
It's hard.
Very.
It's very hard.
Just like to add to that, like now you guys have your guys' own little space with Zim's parents because you guys have your camper that you guys converted into like your guys' space. So how's that different from living like in the house with Miguel's parents? Because you guys just had a room there, right?
No, we didn't even have a room.
We sleep in the living room.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
It was rough.
Yeah.
But you know what? We saw it as we rough it out now and save it, and so we can have more later.
Yeah.
definitely.
I agree.
Instead of getting what we wanted and then roughing it out then.
Yeah.
It's hard.
This is the age to rough it out in general. Like, this is our age to hustle, grind, struggle. So that way when we are in our 40s, our 30s, we can chill. Like, that's my goal. Like, I want to retire when I'm 50. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, I agree with that.
Oh, definitely. But do you think? I don't know what I was gonna ask. Never mind. I was like, do you think? And then I had nothing to say.
Well, I still feel like elaborate on like what it was like living at Miguel's house. Like, what did it cause problems with the relationship? I'm not talking about like talk about the family or anything, but I just want to know between you guys, like, was it difficult?
Honestly, it was difficult because of the fact that originally when we first got together, we weren't living with our parents. Apartment.
Hey, hello, Zim had her own place.
Right. So I was staying there all the time, literally every day. So we were basically already living with each other. So since we were already living with each other and we moved over to my parents' house and then we didn't have a space to be in, it was a little hard because she had to accept the fact that there was no other choice. We had to do it like that because of personal problems. And it bugged me, at the end of the day, at the fact that I had to put her in that situation, put her environment, because it's like you said, you always want in a marriage, what I've been taught by my parents, by everybody around me, you have to treat like your other person with immense respect, so much respect to them. You have to care about them, care about them as if they were literally your blood. That's your family now, that your wife is your family. You have to start, thinking about what's best for both of you instead of thinking about what's best for everybody else,
Say it again for the people in the back with the cheap seats.
The cheap seats?
I'm just kidding. No, I think that's 100% true. Like I'm
Mhm.
so proud to hear you say that, knowing that you're with my friend and that you do treat her with respect. You know, no matter what the circumstances are. And I can only imagine like if I were to be torn between my family and my spouse, like that's a difficult thing for anybody. And I think a lot of people more than we know go through that, you know, whether you live with your parents or not, like having to really just say like, no, this is my new family. And it's just, it's difficult. So props for that. Props for
It
realizing
is
that.
very difficult.
Yeah, and it's like on like making the move out here to Oklahoma. And
That was a
So wait,
that was
okay,
a
wait, we didn't even
mission.
get there yet. I was
Go
easing
ahead.
up to that.
oh,
Okay.
oh, my bad. I didn't know she was creeping up to it. My
No,
bad.
just no. It's totally fine. Please, I'm just kidding.
This
But
is how you know these are natural questions.
Yeah. Damn.
We were trying to
Um,
smooth into it.
oh yeah, you should have actually. That
No,
was
I chopped at it. I went straight into.
no. So yeah, so now you guys lived with Zim's parents a little bit, like in the same household technically. But
Yeah.
for one, why did you got moved to Oakland? Like, what was
Oakland?
What was that for?
Oklahoma. Not Oakland, guys.
We live in
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
You know why? I always think of the Raiders.
That's in Oakland. And they're not
That's
even
not
in
even-
Oakland anymore. They're in Vegas now.
Oakland.
They're in
yeah, they're
Vegas
in
now.
Vegas.
No,
now.
they are. Yeah. Anyways, Oklahoma. So like, why did you guys decide to move out there?
Well, for one thing, it was hard to get a decent place for a decent amount of money in California.
That's why I
And
left.
we realized it's gonna be a little hard for us, especially with COVID. So we're like, you know what? Let's just try and do this and see if we can save, because it sucks not having places to go, but it's doing us a favor. So we're saving money and we get our privacy, and I like it.
Yeah. Well,
For now.
so now that you guys switched and moved with Zim's parents, like, is it different? Is it similar? Are you still like?
I feel like it's
It's not. It's definitely not similar. It's definitely not the same. And in a sense, the fact that
it's a little bit. It's a little the same, like a little bit. There's they're still your parents, and they act the same.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, there's still that like parent versus me
Child.
being an adult.
Yeah.
You know, like me being an adult and being married now. I mean, I'm not saying you guys are completely 100% adult, like mature,
Absolutely
because
not.
let's get it. Like, we're not. We all still need our parents. Let's put that out there. But I'm just saying, like, as far as living and wanting to, do your own things in your home, in your new house, as a family of you two.
Well, you know what? My parents left when I was 19, so I was by myself until
Now.
I would say until now.
Sorry, guys.
And I
Dallas is
can
playing the
definitely
microphone.
say, you're right. I could definitely say I missed it. I miss having parents, but I was happy also not being with them, because it's nice. Like, you get to really see if you can live on your own, and I could. And now it's kind of nice because my mom always cooks, and I absolutely love that because then I don't have to.
And Zim's mom's cooking is the bomb. It is the best you're ever gonna have.
Yeah, you guys own a taco place, right?
They own a taco truck, yes, or a Mexican food truck, which they are, how would you say, converting into kind of a restaurant.
Did you guys buy a building or?
They're renting out a building.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty big.
What
so
are
it's okay.
what are the COVID rules out there as far as like eating and stuff?
it's pretty mediocre. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty mediocre. Very. This is a very red state, so they really don't think anything is happening. They think this is just all a hoax. Everybody's gonna get better by getting it. Everybody's gonna feel better, and everybody's gonna fight it off because everybody's gonna be okay.
So, like, in one of the over here, there's so then when you go to states like these, there's obviously the city areas, and then there's countryside. So that's what we're on. So there's not much going on. There's not much of a city, but like half an hour away is the city, and it's in Missouri. And over there, they had to put, when we first got here, there was no masks weren't required. Yeah, like in any stores. And then recently they did, if you didn't have a mask on in the city, it's called Joplin. In the city of Joplin in Missouri, you would get a $50 fine.
It's nothing compared to out here. Out here, it's like, what, $500 or something? Or 1,000?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, in LA, it's like, it's expensive if they find you not wearing a mask.
Here, I think it's $1,000 in Arizona right now because we were number one. We were like the number one state for like 2 weeks straight.
I thought $50 was a lot. 1,000?
Yeah. Well, also like,
but they just started that here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This has been going on for a couple months in Arizona. When it first like started, like COVID first came out, everything. It seemed like the Arizona numbers were really low, so everyone in Arizona was like, "Oh, it's not gonna come here. It's not gonna come here." And then it got better, and then that second wave hit, and Arizona was like the first one down. And it was right after Memorial Day, and we have Lake Havasu out here, so I'm pretty sure it was everyone going to the lake. Yeah. So, but now, even like at work, if you don't have a mask on, I can't take your order. You're not allowed to come through my line, and I gotta tell you, like, you need to leave.
People fight it.
Yeah, people fight it. My favorite, can you stop? Why are you right here? People will be like, oh, I have a medical condition. And we don't even accept that because if at worst case scenario, we can take their order outside, but you can't be inside with us without a mask. So, but my thing is if you have a medical condition, shouldn't you be the person that's wearing a mask because you're most vulnerable? Like,
shouldn't you be the one at home hoping that you don't get more sick than you already are and watching your health? Oh, look! Ballas wants to join the podcast. Hi, Ballas.
So yeah, so that's why you guys decided to go out to Oklahoma. That's the COVID rules out there. But yeah, what else did you have for them to talk about, Ray?
Okay, well, also, so you were saying how it's like more of like a red state out there.
Do you want to get political?
I mean, I just want to kind of know, like, what that's like, because we live, obviously, well, okay. I live in California, Ray lives in Arizona, and we're both blue, right? Is Arizona blue?
I mean, I don't know technically, but I think so. Arizona follows California a lot, so as soon as California does something, Arizona does it within the next year, so.
Talking about, like, red and blue, like, Democrat, Republican, like, what's the majority out there?
Republican.
Do you not know? I think
yeah, it's Republican.
Oh, okay.
For sure.
Oh, okay.
No,
sorry.
like, no doubt about it. Like, and, well, in LA, maybe, like, I didn't see too many people with Trump flags, maybe. But here, it's everywhere. Everywhere. And then when we're on our way to work, we'll pass by this. Is it a shop? It's a shop. And it's a shop on a corner. There's a lot of dispensaries out here. But there's a dispensary, and they sell flags. And let me tell you, a lot of their flags are Trump and Confederate flags.
See, that's so weird to me that there's that's weird to me that for such like a state like that they have so many dispensaries, but yet they sell Trump stuff, because I feel like that doesn't make sense to me.
Trump would love if weed was legal so that the banks get money. Like, what do you mean?
I don't know. I just feel like the people
don't care about
Trump wise, yeah, but I feel like the people that support Trump don't support legalizing it.
A lot of them don't.
Honestly, it's both sides for that, because I've seen a lot of people that are in this state. They're very Republican. They're very about Trump, and a lot of them own dispensaries. They smoke a lot of weed. They tell us, hey, there's this new dispensary that opened like across the street or something,
And vice versa. Like, I know so many Democrats that are against weed too, so
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's kind of like its own thing. But
it's so like that whole just legalize it. Like, there's no cons. Just fucking legalize it. People get paid. People get what they want. Like,
I agree, honestly. But I think that first, before they legalize it and pass like the bill on having the banks being able to profit from it, they should first look at the mass incarceration and look at everybody's records and expunge records first.
They really should.
Definitely.
But they won't. But 100%. They won't, because they know that the banks, they're going to want the banks bill to get passed first because the money. Anyways, but going off of that, I am totally open with saying that I am not a Trump supporter at all. If you guys don't like that, please unfollow us. Please, like, Please.
Please.
Yeah, please.
There's the unsubscribe button. No, I'm just kidding. But for real, I will proudly say I'm not a Trump supporter either. So that's that.
So that's just not where we're at. So yeah, we could be open about that on here. I don't mind at all.
Well, people ask us like when we're working, and I just say, because my dad has like a fake. It's so stupid. It's like a 2020. It's like a $20 bill, but it's just
you sent me a
2020.
Snapchat of that.
Yeah. Oh, I think I sent you that one too, and it has a picture of Trump, and he has like a stack of them. So people will come by, they're like, oh, and like I'll be taking orders. I'm like, oh, you like Trump? I'm like, I'm not political. These are my dad's. And then they'll be like, oh, okay. Because if you say no, it's gonna start an argument.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I avoid it as much as I can, like in person, because one, I'm not knowledgeable enough to like win an argument on politics, and I don't want to make myself look stupid. And two, I just don't have the time and the energy to argue about that crap. It's just.
Be her. Okay. I definitely. I agree with not being as knowledgeable about politics. However, I don't use that as an excuse because I don't like the person Donald Trump is as a human being. Like that's my thing. Like I don't care about all of the great things he's done if he's such a horrible human being. I don't want him to lead the country if he's morally just disgusting and vile and wrong. And I mean, I just don't like him as a person, which is why
Yeah, and that's exactly why I feel comfortable saying I don't support Trump. But when it comes to like laws and passing shit, like I can't argue with you because I don't know. But same thing, I can say I don't like him just because of his morals. Definitely.
I definitely think about how he stands by like so much hate, and it goes back to the same thing of I have I have immigrant parents, and it sucks, having to look over your shoulder all the time. And then, yeah, they say, oh, well, Obama deported more people. Yeah, he did. But he deported the people that were doing, like, a lot of criminal activities.
Oh, okay, so he focused more on the criminals, and he said the people who are just immigrants will worry about that later.
Right.
He didn't make it a priority.
And Trump, like, literally, as soon as he got into office, said like
everyone and anyone.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who you are, as long if you have a Hispanic last name, they're gonna look at you. They're gonna.
Which doesn't make sense to me, because look at his fucking wife. His wife is not a fucking. She's a fucking immigrant, so. But yeah. Ray's having mic problems, guys.
I know.
Okay, anyways. Sorry, yeah, I am having mic problems. But can we talk about how much Melania hates Trump herself? Like, she's probably gonna vote for Biden herself. Like, she's not the one voting for Biden. Like, because she knows once he's out of office, she doesn't have to be married to him anymore. Like, and you see how much she hates him. Stop, get out of here.
You think that's why she's still married to him?
Imagine if our president got a divorce, like how much.
But if she really hated him, that'd be the best thing for her to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She definitely, hello, you see them? Like, just the other day I saw on Twitter, like, them getting off the plane. And you know how she would always, like, not want to hold his hand on purpose? But this time it was like, she was literally, like, saying, like, no, like, don't hold my hand. And I'm like, oh, yeah, she hates him. She's definitely voting for Biden. Like, she hates him.
Imagine.
I would put money on it because then her time being married with him would end. Another thing I wanted to ask you, what is it like about, because our podcast is kind of about like friendships and all that cute stuff. So I wanted to ask you guys, like, what has it been like living so far from all of your friends?
Sad, hard, depressing.
Please elaborate.
How are you working through those emotions?
Elaborate.
Okay, well, for him, yes. For both of us, it was hard. I'm gonna explain why it was hard for me. When my parents left at 19, so all I really had were my friends. These same friends I'm friends with now. So obviously, you guys stuck around, and I got really attached. And it's hard when your family's in here and you spend literally all of your time with your friends. It's hard. I got really, really attached. I would see probably almost a friend a day.
I would sleep over at least once a week, so just for perspective.
Yes, for a long time it was just me and Raylene, like all the time. So you get attached, and it's hard. And then once we lived with Miguel, I got attached to his nephew, our nephew, and you know what? It hurts. It's sad. I'm sad, but it's okay. I talk to you guys every day, or I talk to a lot of my friends all the time, almost every day. So it's okay.
How about for you, Miguel?
It's honestly very. It was hard for me. It's hard because not only was I leaving my friends behind, but I was also leaving all my family behind.
And that was his first time.
And it was hard at first because I don't want to leave anybody. I don't want to leave my friends. Be around the people that make me happy. Everybody. So it was heartbreaking telling everybody. It was very difficult for me to tell everybody because I was just damn. I think about it. I'm just like damn. Like it's the last time I'm gonna see you guys for a very long time. I only have selected few friends. Obviously all of you guys, everybody in the friend group that always go out. I miss going out all the time with you guys. And my best friends, my parents. Like I said, it was very hard.
It was
the very first couple of weeks. I was trying to keep myself busy. It
was definitely harder for him than it was for me.
I was trying to keep myself busy, always doing projects and stuff, keeping my head out of the clouds and stuff like that. Because it's tough leaving your family behind.
Oh, for sure. I definitely. So why I don't understand how some people can leave not even with someone else. When I moved out here, Jonathan was already out here. You guys moved together to Zim's family, and there's people that go to different states with nobody, and I don't think I could ever do that. I mean, I did that once for when I went to UNLV, and I died. I could not do it. It's
to go by yourself. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. But if it's just me and him, I'm down.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, it's weird. I think of how Jonathan came out here, but he didn't even technically come out here to nobody because his old coworkers had been out here a couple months before he came out here. So it was he still knew somebody. So if you guys are one of those people that just upped and left by yourself, I give you guys props because there's no way I could have done that.
We actually met somebody that was like that in Seattle when we go visit in Seattle. One of our Uber drivers, she was in our talk. So she was telling us that she didn't really like the city because it was so depressing.
But mind you, she left where she was from because she broke up with some guy and she needed to get away. Not get away from him, get away from the whole city.
Yeah.
The whole state.
She left completely. Yeah, she told us she left her state completely, that it was over a boyfriend and stuff, and that she doesn't know anybody in the city, that she was just living by herself, trying to get by.
But she doesn't really like it because, Seattle's, it's
very depressing.
It's depressing. I love it.
Yeah, but if you're not into the rain and the gloom, it could get and especially not knowing anybody, I could see how it could get depressing.
I'm very into the rain, into gloomy days. I love it. I live for it. I thrive for it.
So going off that, obviously COVID and everything has some effect on it. But have you guys made any new friends out there or any acquaintances, coworkers? I don't know.
I feel like he kind of has because he works more, would you say cash? Right. He takes the orders more than I do because I'm shy and I don't like to. So I feel like he has. I refuse to make friends because I feel like it's I just don't want to make new friends. I have friends that I am okay with having. Just you guys. I don't want new friends. Don't look at me like that. You don't understand. You don't understand.
You see Ray's face? Okay, hold on. But let's elaborate. Let me elaborate on that real quick before Ray jumps in. Because there are people out there like Zim who don't need to have new friends all the time and don't need to be as social as, say, Ray. I'm in between. I could go either way. But, we have Ray, who's a social butterfly, and then you have Zim, who's content with the 8 of us.
Kind of
So yeah, I'm in the middle, so I can go either be super social butterfly or I'm content with the friends I have. And then you have Ray, who needs to make a friend in every new situation she's at.
That's not true. However, yes, Zim knows that's not true. However, I think that it's important to not close yourself off from making new friends. I think Zim, you are funny. You're a funny person. You're fun to be around. Why purposely say I try not to make friends. Like, no, don't be close to it.
Look, I've seen a lot of people move away and not talk to their friends. Or, for example, I made a new friend last year. We got so close, really close. And it was heartbreaking leaving her because her best friend that she had when she was younger also moved and they drifted away really fast. And then recently she went to go visit her and she just says, she's like, it's not the same. And I don't want that. Like, we're really close and I really miss her. And it was honestly really heartbreaking. And I don't want to make a new friend to replace anybody. Not like it would be replacing somebody, but I don't want it to seem like it is. Like, I only want to stay friends with these people, like really close to them.
See, my thing is, what are you guys gonna do? Like, you, when Corona's over and you get your ID and you can go out and stuff, what are you gonna do? I don't want you to be bored all the time and have no one besides Miguel to go out with.
We can go out here anywhere. Like, it's not closed like it is over there. Like, the gyms are open, bars are open, the casinos are open.
She's saying, like, you're gonna make friends then, right? Like, to go out with and have fun with, and
even if they're just Miguel's friends, honestly, you need to be open to let them go.
This isn't up for discussion, okay? I do what I want.
At the end of the day,
her motto. Once again, she does what she wants. But I'm just saying, like, don't be closed off to it, you know.
What if someone comes up to you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Miguel.
Yeah, you know, it's very difficult. At the same time, you have to put into perspective that fact that, you know, with your friends, tell them everything when it comes to social media, whatever it is, you know, like your opinions on stuff. And most of the time, your friend group has the same opinions, you know, has the similar opinions, you know. And right here, it's very difficult because, like I said, it's in a red state. It's very difficult for her to, you know, have that kind of connection with anybody out here because the way they think, the way they talk, like, trust me, it's a lot different out here. They're very open and very, I don't want to say
blunt,
vulgar,
like blunt.
Blunt, exactly, blunt about.
And don't get me wrong, we are too.
Yeah, but
we're very blunt.
You know, like,
they're on opposite ends of the spectrum.
Like, exactly, like it's very difficult because it's very different. You know, we're gonna have very different opinions, and it's gonna be, you know, not a good situation. Not a good situation for you or the other person.
Go ahead.
Oh, well, okay. My parents already have different views from us. And, you know, he can control himself. He can talk about it or just be like, you know, I'll just listen. I'm not going to say anything. I get very defensive and very emotional because I am so proud for what I believe in and for what I stand for because I'm like, dude, like, I know I'm right. You're definitely wrong. I know I'm right. And I don't like to hear anybody tell me otherwise. So I feel like if any friend tries to be friends with me and has any type of different view, like, it's more like political view or moral views, for example, like Black Lives Matter or LGBTQ community. If they don't support that at all, I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna be your friend. I'm not gonna talk to you.
Yeah, that's understandable. That's
and we
actually
we have a idea written down that we're going to talk about friends that have different political views and stuff like that. That's an episode coming up. So I'm glad you guys brought that up.
We kind of wanted to talk about, like, what do you do when you get close to someone? You know, like how you were saying that you got really close to your friend, right, in a short period of time. And I know I know her political views are not different from yours, because I think I know who you're talking about. But what do you do when you find out later on down in your friendship when you've already become close to someone and you've shared so many intimate moments, stories, whatnot, and you find out that they have different political views than you do? Like, what do you do? Like,
save your answer because we'll bring you back on for that episode because that's going to be a whole episode.
Great question.
So that's just a teaser for our audience.
Yes.
That's all.
That's written in our little business. That's going to be a whole episode.
Yeah, and our little business meetings that we do. You know what I mean?
But yeah, so I'm glad you guys brought that up because that was a good little teaser to everybody.
I like how she said save your answer
because I saw your little brain.
Because I'm like, dude, true question. You don't even know.
Oh, I'm excited. I want to hear it already.
She's thinking something else.
We'll film that one next week. We could do that one next week.
I get very emotional about this kind of stuff. You don't understand. I've cried twice arguing with my parents over why they're wrong.
I know.
And it
I
didn't
feel
end
you.
well.
Like, I've had arguments with family members of mine too, and luckily I don't live with those family members. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard because that's also your family, and those are the people that raised you, you know. And then to realize like that they're not as open and understanding and compassionate about certain subjects, it's hard. It's hard to realize.
And then trying to understand why they're like that too gets confusing because you're like, what? Why do I have these beliefs if you're the person that raised me and you
I
can't
literally
get on this
ask
level?
myself that every single time I see them or talk to them and they say something. I'm like, what? You
Like how? Why? Like you try to
raised-
understand like where they're coming from and it just doesn't, you can't.
It doesn't click.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's weird.
It's wrong. They're wrong.
But yeah, what other questions do we have for them,
Oh, yeah.
right?
No, I mean, that was pretty much it. We kind of got a little off topic, but it was kind of like just that we wanted to close with like what friendships are like now that you're out there. And then also, I don't know if we touched on this, but what friendships are like for you or what they mean to you in general. And I think Zim kind of touched on it when she was talking about how when she lived without her parents in California, when they left her, she really depended on her friends to show her family, like what family is. Am I wrong?
My friends mean the absolute world. Honestly, I'm pretty sure you've seen it because it's probably on Twitter. The saying, blood is thicker than water, and then it continues. So the continuation of it is basically saying that you choose who your family is because you do. It's not just blood. And honestly, that is 100% true. I talk maybe to 10% of my family, and I would choose my friends over certain people of my family any day. They're more family to me than my family actually is.
Definitely. Like a lot of people could relate to that.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think that's a beautiful thing I think it's funny how when you think of blood is thicker than water, right? And it's kind of engraved in our heads that we need to force ourselves, even if we don't agree, don't like, we need to like force ourselves to have that love there, or to give all of ourselves to our family. We are forced to, like do things for our family that, we don't agree with or whatnot, but they're not, if they don't show you love, compassion, if they don't show you the things that family is, that's what it's meant for. What?
And you know what? Friends are very underrated. Your parents, I don't know if your parents did this to you, but my parents, and I noticed his parents did it to us sometimes. They would be like, are your friends really your friends? Like, no, family matters more. Like, they're not really your friends. And it's like, no.
Exactly like my mom.
Yeah, okay, so right, all our parents do this.
Traditional ways.
But I think
Yes.
it's because, like when you're younger and stuff, you have like falling out with friends and like your
And I
parents
get that.
see that. And
That's
so I
true.
think that's where I know that's where my parents are coming from. It's like,
They say it now, and I'm like, no, my friends will do stuff some of my family won't even do.
I've been fortunate enough where my mom never said that, but I also have a really, really young mom. Well, I know Zim does too, but she'd always be like, be careful with so and so, or be careful with that friend. Like, her little hunches, but she'd like always let
right.
me.
Are they?
Oh, they've always been right.
yeah, always.
But she kind of let me experience all that, and the only times that she'd ever be like, "Oh, are your friends really more important?" is stuff when it like important stuff with my like immediate family, like people that I should have been dropping stuff for anyways. But
well, growing up, they were right. Growing up, they were absolutely right. My parents are absolutely right.
yeah, she doesn't tell me like any of that stuff now, so.
I just want to ask everybody, because I think we all have young moms. Ray, if you don't mind me asking, Ray, how old is your mom?
My mom, I don't want to say her age because I don't know if she'll get mad at me, but she's not young. She had me when she was 26, so she wasn't that young. However, my dad, he had me when he was 20, so he was pretty young.
My mom had me at 16.
My mom had me at 18.
Nice,
so, yeah,
nice. Yeah.
Well, I'm firstborn. That's why.
So am I.
Yeah.
Firstborn, all of us. Yeah.
Miguel has older siblings, so.
Yeah, he's the baby.
Yeah.
So it's different.
Oh, that is different. The baby's like the baby.
He is.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like the baby's like, ugh.
Well, the baby,
As
like
older-
Jonathan's the oldest, and then his little brother, there's 15 years between them.
Damn.
But there's 2 in between. So, like, it's Jonathan, then his 2 sisters, then the baby.
Still, that's a big.
Still, yeah.
But it
It's a
doesn't
big
even
gap.
feel like it's a big gap. It's so weird.
It
like-
is.
Weird.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I was gonna say something, but I forgot. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Anything else anybody wants
Oh,
to
you
add?
know what? Yeah.
Yes. Tell me.
Okay, so like how this Raylene was saying, oh, the baby's like that. You know what? You're right. The baby usually is like the baby, you know? But let me tell you, let me just brag a little bit with my family. I'm the oldest and I'm still the baby.
I was gonna say me too. I think my family, I mean, there's only 2 of us. It's me and my brother.
Yes.
And it's always been like different circumstances because, you know, he's autistic. But I get everything I want. Like, I'm not gonna
Same.
front. I'm spoiled as hell. Jaden's, my brother's spoiled as hell. And my mom was a single mom for so long, so I don't even know how she pulled it off. But we've both always had everything we needed and wanted, so.
I mean, okay, I don't want to sound like I was neglected as the oldest child or anything. Like, my parents definitely gave me everything I wanted. I was spoiled for a little bit. My brother and I are 8 years apart, so, like, I had the only child for, like, 8 years, which was amazing. But now, I see it more now where, like, he's in this stage of, like, being this teenager who doesn't talk to nobody, is always on his phone, freaking rude, you know, and I'm really
That's
trying
how
to
my
teach
sister
him.
is.
Yeah, and it pisses me off because, you know me, like, I am very, like, talking to my, and it pisses me off. I'm sorry, this is, like, a little side rant. But, like, just learning how to be respectful to, like, when family's over, don't be on your phone.
Yeah.
Talk to them, have a conversation, you know, like, you don't know how long your grandparents are going to be here. So when you're with them, like, have a conversation, you know, stuff like that. And, like, you know me, like, whenever I see my grandparents, I'm, like, trying to, like, crack jokes, make them laugh. Like, I'm just giving all of myself to them because it's, like, those are and they still, any day, will choose my brother over me. Any day. Any day. I don't care what you're doing, Raylene, but what about Vincent? How was his first day? Vincent, talk to us. And I'm just like, oh, I am so, like, scrap liver in the corner. Like, literally, like, give me attention. Like, I love you guys, but I'm the one that talks. And, like, no.
What an attention whore.
You know that TikTok? I want attention. Attention.
Attention. Yes. We should make TikToks.
Listen, okay, it's not that. It's just that I just
understand.
appreciate it a little more as an older child. That's all I'm saying. I am my brother's #1 fan. Okay, let's not get it twisted.
You are.
Thank you. But at the same time, don't reward him for being on his phone and being like, oh my gosh, but your first day, and he's on his phone.
You know what? Let's go back to us being #1 supporters for our siblings. I think me and Raylene have you all beat. Raylene has a tattoo that is meant this Raylene. You too, but Raylene has a tattoo. But I have a tattoo of my sister's name.
Oh yeah, I would definitely not
That's
get it.
her name.
Yeah,
That's his name. That's his
homie.
Initials.
Exactly. We're our siblings' #1 fan for sure, and you are too. I know you are. You post about him all the time.
I don't need a tattoo to show it. All right.
Can we just talk about when in high school, the one day I was absent in high school, right? And I was
remember this.
Rarely absent in high school because if I was absent, I couldn't play, I couldn't cheer, whatever, right? So I was actually sick this day, so I didn't go to school. And it's the one day some little boy decides to punch Jaden in the stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me why. My mom texted me and told me I was on my way to the fucking school. I was like, this isn't gonna fly. Like, what the hell?
It was your junior year, huh? I think it was my sophomore year.
No, my senior year, because
it was my junior year.
My boyfriend at the time took care of it for me because I couldn't get into school.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember this.
That would have pissed me off.
He left school to walk Jaden home. And then all the football players were like on this little boy's shit, and I kind of felt bad because this little boy was also like a little special needs. So I was like, it's kind of like I kind of had to tell the guys like, hey, back off a little bit. Like, I get it, thank you, but like, we're not helping the situation because he doesn't know, he's a little special needs too. But I was throwing up. I like had flu symptoms, and I was about to walk my ass down to the school in the middle of freaking, what was it, like March, April in California when it's hot. Yeah. That was an adventure. That was interesting.
I think we are all our siblings' number one fan. Would you say you're your siblings' number one fans?
Silence from
But I think
You know
it's
what?
different when you're the youngest.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. When you're the oldest, your little sibling is yes.
But they're your number one fan, right?
They are.
There you
Yeah.
go.
They are.
There you
Yeah,
go.
and then like Jonathan's case, like his sister goes to college next year, and he's like, I want her out here so that she can live with us, so that she's never gone to parties. So if something happens, we're here. Like if she goes to San Diego like she wants, nobody's gonna be there. And I was like, it'll be okay. But
And
I get it.
I think we can all agree that like our little like we are their second parents.
Oh,
like
for sure.
Oh,
that
definitely.
is my child. You know?
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I'm so like passionate about making sure Vincent is respectful and a good kid and does what he needs to do. Like you are a representation of me.
Yeah, no, honestly, if they fuck up, it's not your parents' fault. It's your fault.
Yeah, and I think it's funny because like, how many years are between you and Emma?
6.
Yeah, and then there's 8 between you and Vincent. There's only 2.5 between me and Jaden. And I still feel the same thing. So it's weird. My mom said,
always. I feel like it's when you're the oldest, it's always like that.
Yeah, my mom
no
said
matter
that when
what.
she brought him home. So when she brought him home, I was about to be 3 in October, and I was already like, "Where's my baby? Where's my baby? Jaden's crying. Where's my baby?" At 2.5 years old, like that's like
Bro,
crazy.
I hated my sister when she was born.
I hated. I mean, okay, I didn't hate, but I definitely was like,
You
I
guys had
asked for a
that little-
dog.
No, dude, me too.
Like,
I told
asked for
my
a
mom
dog
so
and
many
he
times. I was
broke
like,
my
I was supposed to be the only child. I was mad. Live
I think I also think I was too young to comprehend the aspect of like there's a baby
You were
taking
3,
up.
yes.
Yeah.
But I mean,
And
now
really
I
asked for a
can't-
dog.
Exactly, and I got a brother. But now I can't imagine my life without him. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
I'm
There's
pretty
no
sure.
You know
way.
what?
Pretty sure me and Jaden asked for another sibling and we got a dog. So.
You know what? Sometimes that's better than
Oh,
a
for
dog
sure.
might be better than a sibling.
Oh, for sure. And then that
You
poor
know what?
child would have had a different dad, and he would have felt left out.
Well, me and Emma have different dads, but
Yeah, but there's 1 and 1, so it'd be me and
Yeah.
Jaden against this one little child.
it'd be a battle.
Yeah. And then my
What?
stepdad wouldn't spoil me and Jaden as much as he spoils us, because that kid would get more love. So.
Let me just add one thing. Being in California, when my parents left, they took my sibling. They took my mini-me.
It took your
And
world.
it was getting taken away from her was really hard because she would get bullied sometimes over here, and she would call me and I would just cry. Like I can't do anything about it. Like I was sad. So I'm very grateful able to be here and seeing her kind of grow up and hopefully be there for her graduation. I'm kind of actually excited for that. And she just got her permit. So
That is
Just to add to that though, like, because me and Zim were like, I mean, we're still really close, but like during that whole moving time, me and Zim were like this. Like we worked together, we were together every time, we went camping with each other, like everything. So I felt like Emma was like my baby too at that time. And so when she left and she started getting bullied in Oklahoma, I was like, Zim, when's the next flight? Where are we going? How are we getting there? Let's do this.
How did you feel that being like out of the state? I don't know how I can't even imagine that. Like not being
It's
able to
hard.
handle it.
like not being able to take your sibling here and there because we obviously could drive first, or not being
Emma
able to
was
back
with
them
us
up.
all the time. Anywhere that we were legally able to take her, she was with us.
hmm So yeah, I was sad, but now it's okay. She gets annoying sometimes because it's your sibling, but I'm seeing her grow up, and I'm still, she's out here and she lives with my parents, so her views were kind of like theirs, but I've been slowly converting her over to our views because I'm like, dude, you're young, you are the future for this country. Listen.
Oh yeah.
And now she does understand more. I feel like we have the same views more. She talks to me about it more, so I'm like, you know what? I'm doing good here. I'm doing my part.
You're doing God's work.
Speaking of
I
siblings,
am.
though, I just thought of something. So, Miguel, you have your nephew. So, do you see him like he's your baby, like your little sibling? Like,
Not even my sibling. Yeah,
Our
I see
child,
him
his
at
child.
when I was living in California. Anything he wanted, anything he needed, I would try my very absolute best to get. You know, with everybody's life, everybody goes through a lot of hard shit, and you always want to do what's best for your kid, little brother. You always want them to go down a better path and all that stuff. So that was my main thing with Josiah. I just wanted him to have a decent, happy childhood, especially with this whole Corona stuff. I bet it's very difficult for him, and just in general, in the times that we're in, kids don't go out as much. They're
It's
on
sad.
their iPads, they're on the smartphone, some kind of smartphone and stuff. It's very. I try to pull him away from that kind of stuff. I try to push him towards it, having fun, playing with toys, going outside, stuff like that. It's very difficult for me also because, he was basically my son and I had to leave him and I left him. And it was very difficult explaining it to him. I remember, explaining it to him. He was only, what, 4? No, at that time he was 4.
4? Oh, yeah, he was.
He was 4 years old. But the 4-year-old's already understanding at least a little bit. He understands words. He's understanding what to do day by day. And it was very difficult explaining it to him. It hurt my heart because I was explaining it to him and I was telling him, hey, all this stuff I'm taking with me is because I'm going somewhere else. And I knew he understood because of the fact that he said that he asked me, today, you're not gonna come back tomorrow, and that's literally what broke me down, and it hurts me to this day. It haunts me to this day. It was very difficult to leave him, and it hurts my heart. That's one of the reasons I want to stay around him at all. I want to see him grow up. I want to he started his first day of school today, or no, not today.
Last week.
Yeah, last week, and it was his first day of first grade. So he didn't also he's taking these special classes and stuff like that. And
can I show him? Look at the cutie. I don't know if you can see it.
Aww, he's so cute. He always used to say hi to me when I would go over. He's the cutest little thing ever.
He's adorable.
I try to make him, a social butterfly because also, we would always have friend gatherings.
He knew all our friends.
Everybody was always coming over, and he would always, be like, "Oh, is Zach gonna come today?"
The person he asked for the most was Zach. He's like, "Where's Zach?" And let me just add in, I think you all know this. I never liked kids. Hated them. But this little boy, man, he grew on me so much. And I will tell you, he is the only kid that I like. I still don't like kids.
It only takes one kid to tug at your heartstrings and change your mind.
Well, no, I still hate kids. I just don't hate him. I love him. I still hate other kids.
Zim's like, I know you guys knew that I hated kids, and she's like, no, but I still hate kids.
I still hate kids.
She just likes Josiah. She just loves Josiah. That's it. Any other kid? That's it.
Fair.
Yeah. I know. I think that's the hardest part for Jonathan too, is his little brother growing up and all that being out here. Because he's a little baseball star and he's in second grade now, I think. So he's missing out on all of that, and he's like, oh. And then Vid, he's totally different. He'll be on his iPad, and then he'll be like, okay, now I gotta go outside and practice. And he'll practice baseball on his own for so long. And he's like, hey, I gotta go to work. And then he'll get his little play tools and start pretending to work on stuff. So I'm like,
yeah.
He has this drive and this motivation. And Jonathan's like, and we're missing it. And I'm like,
it's hard.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's it. Going off of that, my Josiah, he's barely getting into an age where he's understanding how to play sports and stuff like that. So ever since I started, even on my Xbox, when he would watch me play Xbox and he would watch me play 2K and he would watch me play basketball, and he would always be like, "Oh, Theo, come on, let's play basketball,
all the time."
And now, we got him a basketball hoop, and he's like, Theo, watch," and he'll start doing some tricks and stuff like that.
He's definitely a kid that wants to go outside and play.
Yeah, and
Good for him, man.
He's got to keep that
Yeah.
motivation in him to keep that going.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, well, I think that's kind of where we wrap up. How did you guys enjoy being with us?
I liked it. It was great. Are we
yeah, get out of
going
here.
to?
Like
Are we
it.
going to tell the audience that we're going to have a Zimri segment?
Yeah, so guys, if you guys liked Zim and you want to see her on here more often, we are going to give her her own segment. It's going to be called Zim Speaks, but with a Z. So ZIMZPAKS. And yeah, she's going to just jump on here more often.
What are you going to speak about, Zim?
I will, for example, Josiah, I could go on and on about the little kid, my little kid. I could go on and on about my dog. My dog. You know what? We could do an episode with him.
We could do an episode just being pet parents, and Ray could just sit there and dream and hope that she gets one
I
a
could
day.
just sit here and not relate and just.
She killed my fish.
That's what I wanted to bring up. Oh my god, thank you for saying that. That is on my Google Doc to talk about. Okay, guys.
First of all, okay? Did you want to take that fish with you, Zim? Did you want to take that? Answer the question, yes or no.
No, okay, wait.
No. She said no.
Wait.
And so
If you guys
that's
watched
why
our first episode, we brought up this fish story, so go back to the first episode so you know what we're talking about. Okay, continue, go.
We were moving from the apartment to Miguel's house. And I
thought it was from moving from Miguel's house to Oklahoma. I didn't know it happened from the apartment. Oh my god. Okay.
It was from the apartment to his house. And, you know, we lived in the living room, so there was zero space for him. I had to send my animals with my sister.
I just want to insert in that, you know, we helped move. Me and my boyfriend at the time, we were the only ones that helped you guys move. So before you start saying how I killed your fish, mention how I helped you move. How about that?
Oh, that's so real stuff.
Where was I? Why didn't I help move? Was I already in Arizona?
You were in Arizona.
Yeah, you were in Arizona.
Okay.
She did me a favor because I had nowhere to put them. I just couldn't.
Okay, don't act like she didn't just do it out of her heart.
No, she did. I said she did me a favor.
Oh yeah.
I
But at
find
least
what I
we
found
set this on record straight.
so funny about this story is that Ray was like, he's living his best life in the ocean now, you know, and I'm like, that fish died before he got to the ocean. There's no way a beta fish lived through the sewer.
But you know what? Beta fish are really prone to getting fin rot. And this fool kept getting fin rot, and I was trying so much, and I couldn't.
You spent a lot of money on that fish.
I'm not lying.
So you're
I had
welcome.
medicine. Huh?
I said, so you're welcome.
But yeah, so there's that story. There's Zim's take. So Ray didn't lie to us on the first episode.
Thank you for all of those.
We don't hate animals. We don't hate animals. We have a lot of animals.
Nobody's topping me.
Girl, we don't want to. That's too much money.
That's a lot of money.
It's honestly not that expensive, the ones that I have.
Alright.
It's not.
Like, I know she's lying.
Okay, what helps is that 4 of them eat the same stuff. So
that just means you gotta get a big ass bag.
bulk is cheaper.
That means you have to get 4 times that same food.
Bulk
Exactly.
is cheaper.
Bulk is cheaper. Always.
But that's a whole other episode. We'll talk about my pet finances in another episode and how I make it work.
All right.
But yeah, so guys, stay tuned for Zim Speaks. I just want to say thank you to both Zim and Miguel, our lovely married couple, for coming on. And maybe Miguel will jump on Zim Speaks every now and then too.
Look at that ring.
Bling, bling.
Let me just add in, even if you didn't join me on here,
She's coming. She's coming.
too bad.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
You'll learn to like me later, maybe.
I feel like that
that's what I
happens a
did.
lot.
I'm just kidding.
Well,
We learn to like each other.
Thanks, guys.
we
Make sure
could get more into our fight.
Okay, yeah.
Or the fight we had.
Make sure you
fight
guys
Wester.
like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in our next episode. Bye.